Okay, good afternoon to all. So in this lecture, we will study the further classes of the engineering mechanics. So what we have studied in the last class? What we have studied in the last class? That is basic definitions. What all we have studied?
Yes.
Screen is visible.
Basic concept, sir.
Full screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Full screen is visible.
Okay. So in the last class, we have seen the introduction of the engineering mechanics. So again, mechanics is subdivided into two types. One is, yes, anyone? Static, and one more is dynamic. Okay, this is the flow chart. This mechanics is divided into mechanics of rigid bodies, mechanics of deformable bodies, and mechanics of fluids. Next, again, this mechanics of rigid bodies is divided into two parts. That is, one is static and one more is dynamic. This dynamic is again divided into two types. One is kinetics and one more is kinematics. This flowchart you have taken in the last class, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
After this one, you have seen what is static, what is dynamic. And you have seen some of the technical terms. What is body, what is rigid body, what is elastic body. Okay, you have seen all this one. Again, we have seen what is displacement and what is distance. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between the displacement and distance? Yes, anyone?
Displacement is shortest distance between 2 points.
Okay, good. And what is the distance?
Distance is actual covered path.
Yes, actual path covered by the body is called as distance. Okay, so distance and displacement. Displacement can be 0, but a distance cannot be 0. Clear? Okay. You have not taken any definition, correct? Have you taken this body definition? ये लिखा है क्या? बॉडी का डेफिनेशन, रिजिड बॉडी डेफिनेशन नहीं लिखा है ना in the last class?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, now write down the heading. Write down the heading. Technical terms. All of you write down the headings. Technical terms. Technical terms in engineering mechanics. Technical terms in engineering mechanics. Technical terms in engineering mechanics. The first one, body. First one is body. First one is body. Okay, write down the body. An object.
सर
Huh?
मला तो आपला कॉन्करंट अँड नॉन कॉन्करंट फोर्सेस हा पॉइंट कळला नाही सर रिपीट करता का
Okay,
तेवढा?
okay. I will tell that one. I will explain that point. First, you have to write this definitions.
ओके
ये
सर
definition नहीं लिखा है ना इसके लिए.
हा ठीक आहे सर.
Write down what is body. An object which has a definite mass. An object which has a definite mass, which occupies a definite space. A definite space is called body. Is
Sir.
called, huh?
Last lecture we have completed the point distance up to distance, displacement, distance,
Have I
velocity,
dictated?
acceleration. These all points are covered.
Yes, have I dictated? आपने लिखा है था क्या सभी definitions?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes, sir.
only I have discussed.
No, sir.
I have explained in the last class.
No, sir.
Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
पहले है ना तो Point number
plan.
3 complete हुआ था.
मैंने
Sir,
explain
point
किया
number
था,
3
but
complete हो गया
you
था.
have not written in the last class.
ma'am.
Okay, write down. Next, second point. Rigid body. The second one is rigid body. A body which does not a body which does not undergo any change in dimensions or shape after the application of external force is called rigid body. Next, third one, elastic body. A body that regains its original dimensions after the removal of external applied force it is called elastic body. Okay, due to some technical problem it was off. Now the screen is visible, everyone.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you written third definition, elastic body?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, this one is not necessary. Okay, fourth one. Write down the fourth one, displacement. Displacement. Displacement, the distance moved by the body, or a particle in a specific direction is called as displacement. Is it clear? Fourth one. So whenever I ask
Yes, sir.
questions, you have to reply, because now today there is a slow internet. So at any point of time it may get terminated. So that's why you have to, whenever I ask any questions, you have to give reply. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fifth one, velocity. Velocity. The rate of change of displacement with respect to time is known as velocity. Inside the bracket, SI unit is meter per second. Okay.
हॅलो सर
हा.
फर्स्ट स्लाइड दाखवा ना पहिल्या दुसऱ्या तिसऱ्याची एकदा 2 मिनिट.
Okay. You are not written.
नाही सर उशिरा जॉईन झालोय सॉरी सर.
Okay. This one, no?
हा येस सर.
What is remaining? Body definition you have written. Rigid body you have written. Elastic body.
ओके सर.
Okay.
थँक्यू सर.
Okay. Here you have written displacement. Next, velocity you have written. Okay. Next is acceleration. Write down next one is acceleration. The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration. Inside the bracket, SI unit is meter per second square. You can also write like this also, meter per second square. Okay, you can also write like this. Next one is seventh one, distance. It is the numerical description. Of how far the object is located. Full stop. It is also defined as the length of specific path traveled between two points or two objects. Okay, so whatever you have studied, these four concepts I will explain once again. That is distance, velocity, acceleration, and displacement. So first one is displacement. So see, is it visible whatever I am writing? This is
Yes, sir.
what I have written. A, object A. Okay, initially object is at a point A. When it covers from A to a station or to a point, it is at a point B. Wait. Okay, so to a point at a B. So this actual path from A to B, this curved path is there, no, this is called as distance. So initially the object was at a point A, now the final position is at a B. So the shortest distance between A to B is called as what? This is called as displacement. Okay, so this is displacement. So what is displacement? It is the shortest path between the object, or you can say, or else if you want to say, call the distance moved by the body or a particle in a specific direction, is called as distance. Sorry, displacement. And what about the distance? It is the actual path covered by the body is called as distance. Okay, so when you express the velocity, velocity is rate of change of displacement with respect to time is known as velocity. So this is important. So whenever you have to, you are telling, so velocity is equal to this rate of change of displacement with respect to time is called as velocity. Then the SI unit will be, that is meter per second. Next, what about the acceleration? It is also the rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration. So the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I will ask one small doubt. So can you tell me what is the SI unit for the displacement? What is the SI unit for the displacement?
Meter.
Yes, good. So this is meter. SI unit of displacement is in terms of meter. When you come for the velocity, this is d by dt of displacement. Okay, displacement. So that is rate of change of displacement is called velocity. That is meter per. So the its SI unit is meter per second. Again, when you come for the acceleration, that is d by dt of accelerate. Sorry, velocity is called
Velocity.
acceleration. Again, its SI unit will be meter per second.
Meter per second square.
Okay, so that is so velocity and the acceleration are with respect to displacement only. So when you come for the distance, that is numerical description of how far the object is located. You can see like this, or also you can also say it is also defined as the length of specific path traveled by the traveled between 2 points is called as distance. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
One more point, there is a speed. So this speed is the speed is always taken with respect to the distance only. The speed is always taken with respect to distance. The rate of change of distance with respect to time is called as speed. The rate of change of distance with respect to time is called as speed. The speed is scalar quantity. I think in your 12th class, you have studied what is scalar and what is vector. We will see that.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay. Speed is scalar quantity because there is only magnitude. Okay, there will not be any direction. Okay.
Direction.
While velocity will be vector quantity. While the velocity will be vector quantity. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Read on
Yes,
the
sir.
8th
Yes,
point.
sir.
Read on this one. Speed. Speed. The rate of change of distance with respect to time is called as speed. This speed is a scalar quantity. This speed is a scalar quantity while velocity is a vector quantity. Okay. Next one is momentum. Momentum. Write down the definition for the momentum. The product of mass and velocity is known as momentum. Full stop. Next line. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Okay, can you now tell me what is the difference between the speed and velocity? What is velocity and what is the speed? Speed is the
Speed doesn't have a particular direction, but velocity have a particular direction.
okay. That is definition is speed is the rate of change of distance with respect to time. That is called as speed. And what about the velocity? Velocity is the rate of change of that is displacement. Rate of change of displacement with respect to time is called as velocity. Clear? See, whenever a vehicle is traveling from one point to another point, so हम लोग उसको velocity बोलते हैं क्या और speed कितना ही speed ऐसे बोलते हैं?
Speed.
Why speed बोलते हैं हम? Because
Speed.
that particular wheel of the vehicle is moving from an actual path. Correct? It is moving from a path. Okay, it is moving in a curved path or actual path. That's why we are calling it is speed of the vehicle. We are not calling it is a velocity of the vehicle. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is momentum. Momentum is nothing but it is the one quantity that is mass product. It is a product of mass into velocity is called as momentum. Next one, write down scalar quantity. 10th one, scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. A physical quantity which can be completely described by only magnitude is called as scalar quantity. Is called as scalar quantity. Okay. What is the scalar quantity? It is a physical quantity which is completely described only by the magnitude is called as scalar quantity. Okay. Example, next line. Example, read on the example. Example is length, comma, mass, comma, time, comma, area, next, comma, temperature, etc. So these examples are these are the examples of the scalar. So here see, length means what? Only we are telling the magnitude only. In which direction it is there, we are not telling. So actually it is a physical quantity which is completely described by the only meter, that is length only. That is magnitude only. In the mass means how many kg of rice is there, how many kg of sugar is there. Okay, we are measuring the only mass. It means only magnitude. In which direction it is there, we are not measuring. Correct? That's why it is a mass is a scalar quantity. In a time, so how much is the time right now? Right now it is a and 130. So 130 is we are telling the only magnitude. In which direction it is there, we are not specifying the direction. That's why time is also a scalar quantity. So the temperature, how much is the temperature? So today maybe 22 degrees Celsius. Means we are specifying only magnitude only. In which direction it is there, we are not specifying. So these all are the example for the scalar quantity. In the scalar quantity, it is completely described by the only magnitude only. Clear? Next, 11th one,
Yes.
vector quantity. Next, 11th one, vector quantity. Vector quantity. A physical quantity which needs magnitude, as well as direction for its complete description, is known as a vector quantity. Okay, full stop. So in the scalar quantity, write two more examples. That is distance. You can write distance is a scalar quantity. You should know. Okay, in one mark questions there will be asked. So distance is scalar quantity. Okay, distance is dash. It is asked. It is a scalar quantity. So in the scalar quantity, in example में वो भी लिखिए distance, comma speed. Speed is also a scalar quantity. Okay. So you should remember distance and speed are the scalar quantity. Next, coming to the next line. In the vector quantity, you have written the definition. Okay. So next line, example, displacement, comma, force, comma, velocity, comma, wet momentum. Now tell me, acceleration. Acceleration is it a scalar quantity or vector quantity?
Vector quantity.
Yes, comma, acceleration, etc. Okay. Now is it clear? Scalar quantity and vector quantity, everyone?
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
The definition, whatever you are writing the example, those are very, very important. Okay, in the examination point of view. Most of the time, he will give distance is dash quantity. Okay, option A, scalar quantity. Option B, vector quantity. Option C, both. Option D, none. So whatever the distance is
Scalar quantity.
scalar quantity. Displacement is
vector quantity.
vector quantity.
Vector
Speed is
Scalar.
scalar quantity.
Scalar quantity.
Velocity is vector quantity.
Vector quantity.
Okay, so speed, it starts from s, so it is scalar. Velocity, it starts from v, so that's why it's vector quantity. You can remember like this also. Okay, shortcut. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next one is difference between mass and weight. Okay, this is difference is also very, very important for the examination point of view. What is the difference between the mass and weight? Okay, see, what is mass? So mass is the quantity of matter contained in a body is called as mass. See, there is a one body. So this is one body. So how much is the matter it is containing? How much is the matter it is containing? That is called as mass. What about the weight? Weight is the, so if you consider a body, so this is a mass, or again the force with which the body is attracted towards the center of the earth is called as weight. Weight is a kind of force. It is a force which is acting on the body, and it is attracted towards the center of the earth, is called as weight. Okay, so is it clear what is about the what is mass, what is weight?
Yes, sir.
Here, when you come for the mass, mass will not change. It is constant at any point of time or at any place. The mass is always constant. Whereas
Universal constant.
yes, whereas the weight is going to change from place to place, because as the distance from the center of the earth is going to change, the weight is also going to change. Next, as the mass is fixed, it is a scalar quantity having only magnitude. Okay, mass को just magnitude है, इसको direction कुछ नहीं. So it is mass is a scalar quantity. Next is vector quantity. Weight is a vector quantity because there is a force acting on the body, correct? So in which direction it is moving, that is also considered. So weight is a vector quantity having magnitude as well as direction. Clear? Next, mass remains same at all the points. It will not change. This whatever the mass is there, it is same at all the places. Whereas weight does not remain same at all the places, but it changes from place to place. The weight of the body is going to change from place to place. Now, if you are in the earth, in the surface of the earth, the weight is something. When you shift to the another planet, that is at the moon, the weight of the your body is going to change because of the earth gravitational force. Okay. Next, the unit of mass is kg. Unit of mass is kg, and that of the unit of the weight is, it is Newton. So Newton is always written as capital N only. When you write in the full form, so you have to write small letter Newton. Okay, like this you have to write. Okay, when you come for the unit of the mass, that you have to write small k and g. So most of the people write capital K and small g. That is wrong. Okay, you have to write in letter of small kg. Okay, small letter kg. Is it clear? Difference between the weight and mass.
Yes.
Okay, write down this
Yes, sir.
tabular column. Write this difference between mass and weight. Mass and weight. Make two tables. Write these four statements. This is important. Write it as important. In this side, you have to write here. Okay, so this is important. Right here it is important. Okay, so write all these four statements. After completing, you have to tell me so that we'll move on the next slide.
Over, sir.
If you are having any doubt or anything, you can write it in the chat box also. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can raise, you can ask in the class also. If you are not getting any point, then उसी time उधर ही आप पूछ सकते. Okay. Don't sit quietly. It is just interaction. You have to interact if you are having any doubt.
Sir.
Everyone written all these 4 statements.
Yes, sir.
Okay, write it as the important. Okay, in the corner, here right corner, write it as important. Okay, so this is for clear, no? This slide, everyone. Anyone is remaining?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
If
No,
anyone
sir.
is remaining, tell me. Can I go for the next
No,
slide?
sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Aditya, Bhushan. Any doubt? Aditya. Any doubt? Okay, third one. Complete it fast. Fourth one is the unit of mass is kg and the unit of weight is Newton. Okay, we'll go for the next one. So that is force. So what is force? You know that a force is, it is a action on the body. It is pull or push. It is pull or push. Force is the action of one body another body, or the another body is called as force. Okay, this force is in terms of maybe push or maybe pull. Okay, when you consider, so this is a body. Okay, this is one body. I want to apply the force on this body, so I will apply and I will move the body in this direction. Which type of force I have applied? So the body is here, I have applied a force and I am taking this body. Whether this is push or
Pull.
pull, it is
Pull.
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 Now the body is here, I will apply the force like this. I will apply the force like this. The body is moving in this direction. That is
Push.
Okay, the force is, it is an external agency which is acting on the one body or the another, is called as force, and this force may be push or pull. So each and every force, there are 3 major points. One is point of application, another one is direction, another one is magnitude. Okay, so if I consider this is a body, I'm applying the force like this. Okay, so there is point of application. This is point of application, and another one is direction, characteristics. These are the characteristics of the force. One is point of application, and another one is direction. In which direction I am applying? So in this direction I am applying, no? So that is direction. And third one is magnitude. How much force I am applying on the body? Okay, whether it is a 10 Newton for 20 Newton, how much that particular magnitude is there, no? So that is called as magnitude. So in the exam, it is very important. What is definition and features of the force, or definition and the characteristics of the force?
माझी क्लास करेंगे
Yes.
4 बजे क्लास
Please mute yourself. All of you mute yourself. Okay, read on this definition. Force, read on. Action of one body. Action of one body over the another. Over the another. In the bracket, push or pull. Push or pull. The characteristics. Next line. Characteristics of force. So read it in a short point only. Okay. In the next, I will give the detailed explanation also. In the notes, I will give detailed explanation. Now read it only short points. So first characteristic was what? Point of application. You should remember these key points. Key points. First one is point of application. Second point is direction. Third one is magnitude. See, this is one object. Okay, see, this is what is this one?
Wheel of a train.
Okay, wheel of the train. Okay, when this wheel of the train is resting on the track, so the weight of this wheel is acting on this track, correct? Okay, so then the sum of the weight is acting on this point. Sum of the weight, the reaction is acting in the upward direction. Force is acting in the downward direction, and its reaction is acting in the upward direction. See, the point of application. Where is the point of application? So this point, this is the point of application. In the which direction? It is acting in the downward direction. And magnitude is how much is the weight of this wheel? That is the wheel weight is acting on this point. When you come for this one, okay, so that is crane moving in the upward direction. Okay, the force, the crane is ka force hai na, so the contact force. So this is the point of application, and also this is the point of application. Okay, next one is direction. In which direction it is moving? It is moving in the upward direction. And magnitude is how much? The weight of this car is acting on this rope. That is the magnitude of the force. Is it clear, this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes
See, this is also. See, the car is moving in this direction. Okay, so when it is moving in this direction, the actual weight of the body is acting in the downward direction. Okay, so there is a wheel. When wheel is touching on the ground surface, so there is a normal reaction from the ground. There is a normal reaction which is moving in the upward direction, and again at the wheel, when the body is moving in this direction, there is a opposite. There is a friction force. So here there is a wheel moving in the upward direction. What is moving upward direction? Normal reaction which is moving in the upward direction. And this is left side. What is this one? This is the frictional force. Why it is in the left side? Because vehicle is moving in the right direction. Always friction is opposite to the motion. Okay, so this is the air resistance. See, here he has given green color is what? Weight of the body. And this blue color is, that is reaction, normal reaction. This yellow color is driving force. The body is moving in this direction. This blue is air resistance, and red color is friction. Clear? Next.
Yes, sir.
This is the types of forces. These types of forces are very important in the examination point of view. Okay, just understand first. Okay, don't try to write anything. Just understand what I am saying, and with respect to the figure, you will come to know. See, types of force. First one is concurrent coplanar forces. First, you understand what are coplanar forces. So, एक plane, planar means what? एक plane. कौन सा plane? एक x-axis and एक y-axis. See, this is in horizontal direction, this is in vertical direction. It means it has become one plane. It has become one plane. All the forces which are acting on the one plane, particular plane, is called as coplanar forces. Remember this one, what I am saying. All the forces which are acting on the one particular plane is called as planar forces. Okay. Then what about the concurrent? Concurrent, in the last class I told, concurrent means all the forces acting at a point or starting at a point. It may start from the point or it may end at a point, is called as concurrent. अभी इसमें क्या है, इधर concurrent coplanar forces है. It means coplanar means all the forces are there in the same plane, and concurrent means all are acting at one point. See the direction here, the force, there are some forces. Shh. There are some forces. Okay, this is one force, this is one force, this is one force. Okay, there are three forces, and this one more is force is external force. There are four forces. All these four forces are acting in one plane. Is it correct? It means these are planar forces. And again, the line of action of all these forces are acting at this point only. Clear? All these are forces are acting at this point. Means when I take the extension, okay, extension line of action of the force, all are meeting at one point only. Correct? That's why it is called as concurrent. So concurrent coplanar forces. So how to write this one? These are the force system which are acting in a one particular plane and starting or acting at a one particular point, is called as coplanar concurrent force system. Clear this point? What is coplanar? Concurrent or concurrent coplanar? Yes, सभी को clear है? What is concurrent coplanar?
Yes, sir.
It means all the forces are acting at a same plane and acting at a same point, is called as concurrent coplanar forces. Next अभी देखो non concurrent but coplanar parallel forces. अभी देखो इधर एक फोर्स है, इधर एक फोर्स, इधर एक फोर्स, इधर से. These are parallel forces. It means एक ही प्लेन में है, but these are not acting at a same one point. अभी देखो एक फोर्स ये सभी का फोर्स का लाइन ऑफ एक्शन लिया तो all the line of action or action of a force are acting at a one point. एक ही पॉइंट में एक्ट हो रहा है क्या? वो नहीं ना. It means it is non concurrent coplanar. अभी देखो इधर एक ऐसे केबल है ना, इधर एक केबल, इधर एक केबल, इधर एक केबल, ऐसे है. All are in the one plane, but it is not acting in the same point. It is called as non concurrent but coplanar forces. Okay. Next example देखिए. This is what कोलिनियर फोर्सेस. इधर एक पर्सन है, इधर ऐसे फोर्स डाल के ये खींच रहे. ओके, इट मींस ही इज पुलिंग. नेक्स्ट देयर इज वन मोर पर्सन, he is also pulling in this direction. There is one more person, he is also pulling in this direction. It means there is this force is different, this force is different, this force is different, but all these forces are acting in the same line. Okay, acting in the same line. It means collinear forces. Collinear forces system. All the forces which are acting on the same line of action is called as collinear force system. Next one, concurrent non-coplanar. These are concurrent but non-coplanar. अभी देखो, what is this one? What is this one? This is one crane or JCB. You can see, no? Huh? इधर देखो, huh? There is a JCB, correct? Crane है ना? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
See, for this JCB there is one rope. Here one rope है, इधर एक one rope है, और उधर उसी साइड एक rope है. Okay, so this, whether this is in one direction, this is in another direction, this is in another direction, it means was non-coplanar हो गया. But all these three forces are meeting. अभी देखो इसका एक्शन ऑफ फोर्स ऐसे ड्रैग करो, इसका एक फोर्स ऐसे एक्सटेंड करो, इसका एक फोर्स ऐसे एक्सटेंड करो. All these forces are meeting at this point. It means what? All the forces are meeting at a point means it is concurrent. This kind of forces are in a concurrent but non-coplanar. अभी definition में कैसे लिख सकते हैं आप? The forces which are not acting on the same plane but are acting at the same point is called as concurrent non-coplanar forces. Clear, Abhi?
Yes, sir.
By looking at
Yes,
the
sir.
figure only, you can judge. Okay, so I will give the drawings also, so that you will come to know how will be the forces and what will be the definition. This was more clear for you. So this is horizontal, it is x-axis. This is y-axis. अभी देखो एक force ऐसे लिया. This is in which direction? It is in xy plane है ना? Okay, it is plane force. The force F is acting at an angle theta. Okay, it is in plane. Or if I will take one more force, if I take one more force, okay, ऐसे एक force लिया और एक force ऐसे लिया. So now tell me which type of forces it is? Is it coplanar or non-coplanar?
Coplanar.
No.
Yeah, it is coplanar. Yes, it is coplanar. Because these 1, 2, 3, 4, all these four forces are acting in the same plane only, xy plane
Same
only,
point.
correct? So this is coplanar. Now tell me, it is concurrent force system or non-concurrent force system?
Non-concurrent
Hey,
system.
it is concurrent force system because all these forces are acting at the
Sir, it is concurrent force.
yes, it is concurrent force system. It is
Concurrent
concurrent
force, sir.
coplanar force system because it is only xy plane and all the forces are acting at a origin only. No, अभी मैंने और एक plane लेते. So this is x direction, this is y direction, okay, vertical, and this is z direction, horizontal, okay, x, y, z. Now I will take one point like this F. This is a force F which is acting at a point. So you have to imagine this one, okay. So this is along the x direction, it is having fx component. Along the y direction, it is having fy component. Along the z direction, it is having fz component. Okay, it is in space force. अभी एक ही plane में नहीं वो. This is acting in the outside the plane. That is, it is with respect to xy, xz, and zx. All are different. Okay, but it is called a space force. So when you take the some more figure, you will come to know. So this one you have seen scalar and vector quantity, Newton's law. This one, these are the points you are going to study. These are very, very important. We will see this. Okay, see, scalar and vector quantities you have seen. Next one is Newton's laws of motion, Newton's laws of momentum, Newton's laws of gravitation, equations of the motion. Okay, you'll see. So first we'll study all the force system. Okay, otherwise we'll see later only. Okay, now first you write down this one. This is Newton's laws of motion, Newton's laws of motion. Under that, first law, under that first law, okay, write this definition everyone. उस टाइम तक मैंने अटेंडेंस लेते हैं कौन कौन प्रेजेंट है कौन कौन नहीं. Read that definition of the Newton's first law. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll number 8 absent. I will read the absent numbers. If you are present, you have to tell me. Roll number 8 is absent. Roll number 10 absent. 13 absent. 16 absent. 18, 19.
Hello, sir.
19 present.
Hello.
Hello.
16 present, sir.
16. What is your name?
Yogesh Shule.
Yogesh. Why you are not written your roll number? रोल नंबर लिखना चाहिए था ना योगेश.
लिखा है सर.
हाँ
G16 लिखा है सर.
योगेश रोल नंबर 60 है ना.
हाँ.
मैं बोल रही 16 16.
Sorry sir.
16 absent. 18 19 18 19 absent. 20 21 22. 34 is absent. 34 is absent. 41 42 absent. 14 42 52 55 So 63 last 63 है ना last
Sir,
हाँ
36 present.
36 present. Yes, it's present only. 34 is absent. Okay, now I will wind up this one again after
Hello.
very soon only we will
Hello.
join. Okay,
Hello sir, 34 present.
34 present. Who is this?
हाँ,
कौन है?
मंगेश कपाल.
अभी आए क्या?
मंगेश.
Okay.